How do? It's Villordsutch here, and today I am playing Wheelie. Now, I used to have Wheelie many years ago. Wheelie was made in 1983 by Microsphere, and Microsphere is very famously known for producing such games as Back to School and Contact Sam Cruise and School Days. Oh, and they also did the train game as well. We did the train game just the other day. Train game really wasn't one of my favourite games, as you'll remember when we played that the other day. But Back to School and School Days, they were definitely two of my favourite games. I'm sure we'll come across those later on as we get further down the list. But Wheelie, I very much did enjoy. Now, for those that haven't played Wheelie, what have you been doing? But Wheelie, you had, if I remember rightly, the bike was called a Zedexaki 500, and what had happened is you were driving down the road one day, being a bit of a careless rebel, and you slipped, banged your head, and you ended up in like the nether regions of doom or hell or whatever. And it was your mission to go down these caverns, find a Ghostrider, not Nic Cage, because that would be hell, and wake him up, and then get out of the cavern before the Ghostrider did. And if I recall, the Ghostrider travelled all of 2 miles an hour, and you could easily get out of the cave. When I was 8 and I played this game, however, I did bog all to go and find the Ghostrider, because I spent more time in these caves jumping double-decker buses and cars like Eddie the Kid, or if you don't know who Eddie the Kid is, more like Evel Knievel. There's cars and buses and all sorts of nonsense throughout these caves, and I would scream around these caves at X amount of miles an hour, because it didn't tell you, it's just a red bar, as you can see at the bottom, finding double-decker buses, there's a blue one there, and leaping across it. The mission was to find the Ghostrider, but stuff the Ghostrider, I'm jumping buses and cars. So that's what I did, but the aim of the game, as I said, was to go through the caves, find the Ghostrider, and racing back to the end of the cave to complete the level. And that was dull, but jumping buses was fantastic. But as you've probably seen as we're going along, there's odd objects, including bouncing hedgehogs, bumblebees, and wonders. If I remember right, there was a kangaroo on the second level. There's a bee. You can stop such creatures by hitting the top button and it'll freeze. However, if you hit the top button and it'll freeze, it nicks some of your fuel, and that stops the fun of jumping buses and jumping cars. So basically, I just zoomed underneath them. They've got a decent pattern though, and you can get underneath them easy enough. But the game itself is fantastic. There's some decent animation on the cyclist. If he falls off, he flies over his handlebars. If you hit the wall at full speed, you fly off his handlebars. If you go too fast down a hill, you're going to topple over. If you hit a car, you're going to fly off all over the place. It's excellent. It does look a bit dated now, but you know what? It was 1983. It's a fair decent amount of years away. And I have enjoyed myself running around here, but I am still a bit crap. Look at that animation there. 1983, but still looks great. Did you like Wheelie? And how much did you like Wheelie? Did you play the game properly and go and chase back the Ghostrider? Or did you do what I did and just jump buses and cars? There's a comments box below. Let me know what you did on Wheelie. Cheerio, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.